Hey boyos, daily check-in with John V, August 18th, 2024. I tried to do a smoking video, it didn't work. 3 times it stopped recording. So I won't be doing any more smoking videos with this phone until I get a new phone in a few years time, because it just serves to piss me off and annoy me. So because I don't want to record for a minute, check the phone and see that it's not recording anymore. It's a bitch. So I'm not doing it anymore. It'll just be daily check-ins from my webcam and lifting videos. So I was really tempted to take this phone and just fucking smash it because it just pissed me off so much. But don't even bother saying like in the settings you can change this or that. I don't want to hear it. I'm just not doing it anymore. It pissed me off. Um, but yeah, we'll keep up that negativity by talking about users that I do not have respect for on the MISC. Um, they'll troll me, they'll bring me down, they'll talk shit to me, try to discourage me, give me poor advice, and, it's just a pain in the ass, right? Godford did that for a while, and he was just teasing me, right? That's fine, and me and Godford are on good terms now. I've never negged Godford even once because he never negged me. I am not going to initiate a neg battle, usually, unless somebody is well hated like Skier. Everybody hates Skier. But yeah, kind of troll comments I get from some of you boyos is like, it's been 2 months. I know you were training to become a professional bodybuilder. Why aren't you one yet? It's the same thing. Like 2 months, I'm not going to be down 90 pounds, so get real. you know, Now, if you knew me in real life and I was always some fat fuck for 30 years, and like, obviously, yeah, you should rag on me to get my life together and shit. But, like, I've only been really fat for a couple years. I let myself go, right? And I've just now, in the past couple months, attempted to change it. And I'm not going to stop until, I reach my goal weight. And it's well within my it's well within my limitations to actually bring my body weight down to 175. I know my limits, unless there's some unforeseen factors that'll prevent me from my goal. I should get there no problem. Like, one thing that is concerning me is the medication, like the doctor said, but I think that's largely bullshit. Because I have lost weight already. Um, but we will see. Obviously, if I get bring my weight down a bit and then the diet doesn't work to bring my weight down anymore and I keep dieting harder and harder and it doesn't bring my weight down, then yeah, it's probably the medication and I'll deal with that then. But for now, everything's fine. I'm losing weight. The diet's working. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. There's no issue. But all I can say to the users that, just serve to try to bring me down, fuck you. So you probably none of them will probably watch this video, but the boyos that do watch this video, they got the message, and they might relay it to one of these assholes that, just talk shit to me, right? But even negative attention is good attention, right? That's the way I see it. Just it's not as good as positive attention, but it's still attention. And I know some of you assholes will say, you're just attention seeking. Well, maybe I am. Get over it. So we all got our problems, we all got our issues, and I want attention on the MISC and on YouTube because it increases my views, it increases my popularity, right? And obviously, you're always gonna have haters. If I was some loser that had no redeeming qualities or desirable qualities or possessions, nobody would be jealous of me. Why would they be? Like, I don't get jealous of people. Generally, it's but like for some reason, a lot of people get jealous of me. And I think it's because when I talk to people, I'll always downplay the difficulties of my achievements and make it seem like it's really easy. It's almost effortless, and it makes people jealous because they then come to the conclusion in their own head that somehow the success is easier for me than it is for them. So they believe I have some kind of unfair advantage over them and they get jealous, right? Because, like, with the whole arm wrestling thing, like, the guy that drove me to the practice there last week, I was telling him like I had only trained on an arm wrestling table once before that. I was just really strong, stronger than the other guys, and I think he was getting a little jealous because to him, I'm assuming that I'm just gonna come in and start winning competitions with little practice at all. Whereas there's guys there that have been training their whole life and still aren't the best in the world. And a lot of people don't like it when somebody new comes in and with little practice and experience and just starts wiping people. Like obviously that would bother a lot of people, right? But it's the same with Magic. Like I've been playing Magic for 25 years, right? So obviously I'd be a good player because I've been playing pretty consistently. I went through a phase where I was playing 14 hours a day or more. So, I've put in a lot of hours. And obviously, if some new player came along that played the game 3 months and was beating me and beating all the other good players, I might get jealous because I'd be like, well, success is coming easier to them than it did to me with this game, right? But I'm not a jealous person, and I would pretty much admire them because I'd be like, well, it sucks to be me. Like, I wish I was that guy, right? Because I wish the success came that easy to me. Like, I would chalk it up to their IQ and intelligence, right? Because obviously that is a factor with these games, being able to strategize and choose the proper cards, right? But I'm not typically a jealous person. Like, I'm not going to hate or resent someone for achieving more than me or being more successful for me than me, right? It's just I'm just not a jealous person. Like I'm aware of my strengths and faults and I have my time in the sun. I have my fun, right? And not everybody's good at everything. So I'm good at some things and I'm happy that I am. Um but yeah, I do notice like my videos, I have a few videos that have like 2200 views and like I was saying, it says that the majority of my traffic is from the MISC. So I would make the assumption then that like 1500 of those views are from the MISC, and obviously not every MISC user is watching my videos. So I would come to the conclusion that there's like 5,000 active users on the MISC, not counting alts. 5,000 or more. And that seems like a realistic number because, like I was saying, I'll see a user pop up every once in a while and I've never seen their name before, ever. And they might have like a couple 100,000 rep power, and I'll be like, who the fuck is this? I've never seen this user before, right? So a lot of the users I think are just lurkers, or they're just checking in like a couple times a week for half an hour or something, or they're off and on, right? Like most of the users aren't like Gary or Gitter, on there almost all the fucking time, just posting shit, reading threads, making threads. Most users are not like that, right? Um, a few are. I'm fairly active, right? I'll spend several hours a day on the MISC. But I have users, like in that one thread, saying, I have no idea who you are. But yet I've been posting on the MISC several hours at least every day for months and months and months now. And yet I still have users that'll pop up and say, I have no idea who you are, right? And I have a mega thread that I bump every day with new content like my daily diet, my lifting, daily check-ins, meal picks, stuff like that, right? So, and I still have users that say, I have no fucking idea who you are. So, there's a lot of users. It's more than a couple hundred, like it says on the internet. Because on the internet it was saying that it's estimated there might be 200 active users. I think it's much, much more than that. I think it's like 4 or 5,000 or more, not counting the alts. So, because obviously the MISC is probably the most active forum online, even more active like than Reddit. Reddit just sucks. Reddit sucks balls. I had an account on there. Within a couple days, I was banned. I was just banned for permanently, and I was like, well, fuck this. This forum sucks. And yeah, but yeah, I have a lifting lifting scheduled later. Pull workout. It's gonna be back and biceps, right? I'm neglecting shoulders a little bit, which is fine. It's mostly chest, back, biceps, triceps, and the shoulders come along for the ride with the back and chest work, right? And of course, I'm not training legs anymore because of arm wrestling, right? But I'm pretty stoked. 3 days for the weigh-in reveal for my second month dieting, and I'm hoping for 7 pounds, and it should be 7 pounds. There's no, it should be 7 pounds. It actually should be 7 pounds at least. And if it's less than that, then there's other factors at play that I'm not aware of. Because with my calorie restriction and everything factored in, I should lose at least 7 pounds for second month, right? And bring me down to 250. Um, Now, if I step on the scale and it's like a 5 pound weight loss, that's not good enough. There is something wrong. So, because I've been pretty strict with my diet, and the daily diet I put on my Mega Thread every day is pretty exact. Occasionally, just occasionally, there have been times I'll lay in bed till 2 or 3 in the morning and be like, fuck, I'm hungry. And I'll get up and eat something that's like 100 calories and not put it down. But that's it. It's never something massive like a fucking 18-inch pizza or something like that. It's literally just like a chicken wiener or a small handful of crackers, something like that. Most of the time, if I'm feeling hungry, I'll just have a couple pickles. That's it. I mean, there was one day, it was fairly severe. I had a package of the high fiber candy, which is like 250 calories, and didn't factor that into my daily diet, which put me at like 2250 calories for the day, which is still way under. And that was the worst day I had for not factoring. And that's still not that bad, right? So I'm not, some idiot that's eating 6,000 calories a day but only recording 2,000 of it. I'm not one of those guys. Because I'm aware I can't lie to myself. I lie to myself. I know the truth still, right? I'm not some fool like all these fucking fat people I know in real life that just eat 18-inch large pizzas and 2 liter of Coke every day and then complain about being fat and why they can't lose weight, how they're on a diet. And, I've actually called those people out before. It's like, do you see what you eat? Are you stupid? Like, and they just want something to complain about because you can literally point out what they're doing wrong and they get mad. They get upset. They try to get even with me some way. They try to get even with me for, putting them in their place and calling them out. And that's fat people for you. They don't want to take responsibility for their lifestyle or actions. And the thing is, they pay for it. They pay for it by being morbidly obese, right? You can lie all you want, but if you're eating too much, you're going to be morbidly obese. And you can try to get even with me and pay me back for putting you in your place, but you're still the one who's 300 pounds or 400 pounds, right? And you probably always will be because you won't be real with yourself. You know, fat people just piss me off so bad. And, I have the right to talk shit about fat people because I'm fat myself. And the sad reality is the majority of fat people I know are way fatter than me. And that's just disgusting. It's despicable. Like, how do you get to that point? Like, at my heaviest, I was 265 and looked like absolute dog shit. And I knew it was time to make a change, make a radical change and start doing something about it. That's why I've been on a diet almost 2 months. But these people that are 5 feet tall and over 300 pounds, it's like, how do you get to that point? Like, do you shower? Do you look in the bathroom mirror to see how fucking disgusting you look? Right? I don't get it. I could rant about fat people all day. Like, if you had me and Johnny Deep in the same room, we could literally complain about fat people and how disgusting they are all day. All day. And not stop. Because I despise fat people because they're lazy, they're unmotivated, they're usually liars, they have no self-discipline or willpower. They have an eating disorder, you know? Every fat person I have known had an eating disorder. you know, you don't get morbidly obese like that from not eating. You get that way from eating too much. And it's not healthy food. It's always fucking pizza and chocolate bars and chips and pop and ice cream. You know, it's always complete trash. You know, and when I change my lifestyle and improve my living situation and live on my own with my own place, I won't be associating with losers, fat, ugly losers, because I'm better than them, you know? And if you treat yourself like a loser, you will be a loser. And I'm not a loser because I have goals. I have realistic goals, right? And some of you boys talk shit to me saying that my goals aren't realistic. Like being an arm wrestler, I know my place. I know my limits. I know what I'm, capable of. I know what I'm good at. So get over it, bro. You just feel threatened because arm wrestling is an alpha activity and you're scared that I'm going to excel at it more than you have. And I already have. I've already won a first place medal. You know, you lose, bro. Sorry. So, but we're going on a 20-minute video. We'll cut it off very soon. But I'm going to bump my lifting lifting for tonight to 10 o'clock p.m. instead of 9 because I've been sleeping in quite long during the day because I'm gradually staying up later and later even though I'm laying in bed trying to sleep. It's getting later and later until I fall asleep, so obviously I just sleep in later and later, right? And I'm going to reach the point where I'm going to force myself to literally stay up all night and as long as possible the following day and then go to bed. And what'll happen is I'll get like 5 hours of sleep. But that's what I have to do to correct my sleeping habits. But, I have little responsibilities. I don't have people relying on me. I don't have many bills, many responsibilities. Like, I can live like a bum. Nobody cares. Nothing's expected of me, right? So, I keep my lifestyle relatively stress free, which is good for my mental health, right? I just don't deal with stress very well. But, everything's great. But I think I'll cut the video off there, and I'll see you boyos on the MISC.